Okay, so right before the race, I saw that I had a message on the forums. Let's take a look. Somebody was asking about like the logic for checking when the rewinds or frame advance is complete. Let's see. Ricky Thompson. Hey Chris, kind of been watching what you've been doing with the replay tools. I've been doing something similar, maybe, but more simpler than you. I'm wanting to mark when the flags change, like from caution to green, or when incidents happen in a race. I've got that working okay-ish. One thing I don't like is I do a search for a frame, and of course it might take a bit to find that frame. From what I've seen, you can't submit another command until that one finishes. Have you found a trick to know that it has finished? The only thing I can think of is to see that the frame number equals to what you entered and loop until it does. Just wondering if there is a more elegant way of doing it. Okay, so I think I understand what he's asking about. And I'll just look at my code and snip this as a clip for him, maybe to explain it. I don't know what language and stuff he's working in, but the philosophy should be the same. So that's in my plugin. And what I did is make a little function that does what I call a SeekWait. So this usage section shows all the functions that my plugin currently supports. So those are like the high level ones. When I go to watch like a next marker or a previous marker, marker next. So like play marker previous is going to use my seek wait command. So I think that might actually happen inside my play event. So I look through, find the marker I want to do, and then I pass it into this play event routine. Um, Play event takes an event record and an optional buffer number amount of time to go before it. Yeah. So what I'm using is the replay search session time. I'm not searching by frame number. I'm searching by session time, and so that takes the session number and the session time. So the way I'm doing it is replay search session time, passing in the session number from the event, passing in the time from the event, and subtracting off an optional number of buffer seconds. And you're right. When that happens, there could be an arbitrary amount of time that it takes to seek in the replay. Sometimes it's really quick. Sometimes it's, a long time. Um, so what I do is if after calling that function, I look at the event time from the marker from the current session time. And if that's greater than some threshold, which I don't know if it's like 2. So if it's more than 2 seconds different once it's done that command, I call this SeekWait function. So let's see what SeekWait does. This is probably what he's asking about. So SeekWait, what I discovered was that while it's seeking, the frame number stays the same until it's completed, and then it jumps to whatever the new value is. So I was kind of expecting that while it's seeked, like the frame number would dynamically change, but in practice it doesn't. So I think this is probably what he's asking about the most, and I'll send this to him as a response to this message and stuff. But copy that first. So I also have it set to a finite number of tries, which I think right now is really excessive. It's like 100 tries. But it starts off saying that it is searching. It checks to make sure it's connected to iRacing. And then it looks at the old frame number, which was the frame number in the update before. And then while it's searching and the tries are not exhausted, it goes through and it gets the current replay frame number, looks to see if the absolute value of the difference between that and the number that it had when it started is greater than some tolerance number of frames. And I have 30 frames as my tolerance. So if that is not true, it must have jumped. And that's what it sets searching to false. Otherwise, it decrements the tries, sleeps for a throttle number of seconds, which I think is like right now, yeah. My plugin only runs 4 times a second as far as getting the data from iRacing. So in this case, that'll be 250 milliseconds. And then it loops. So it keeps doing that. And then I add one more. Once it's noticed that it's jumped, I add one more throttle milliseconds just to make sure that it's actually completed. So I think this is what he's actually asking about. But yeah, I'll send him that, and I'll clip this video to try and provide a little more context. But yeah.